Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Snow, lifestylesdefined.com.
Ramon.
Basically, we're going to call this the Mele segment. A couple of things we want to get off our chest. A couple of things we want to create a dialogue with you. As we're going through with it, there will be a transcript at the bottom. Feel free to comment on everything that we say. Add your 2 cents, rebut, whatever you want to do. It's all up to us. We're going to keep the dialogue on it, all right? Open discussion. First up on the topic, we want to address something really quickly. Medal of Honor, Warfighter, and the regular 2010 versus Battlefield 3/4. In other words, the Frostbite 2 engine debacle.
Frostbite War. So, one of the things that always baffled the fuck out of me, I could never figure out, it's how hardcore Battlefield fans loved everything but Battlefield. And that love for nothing else or hatred extended to Medal of Honor.
Right.
You're retarded. Stop. Medal of Honor was the premiere for the Frostbite 2 engine.
This is very true.
They got no respect.
It's very true. We've seen the destructions for the Frostbite. We're just gonna call it 2.0 from here out. From the 2.0 engine, Medal of Honor displayed the fuck out of it. Whether it's in the single player by DICE or the single player by Danger Close, or the multiplayer by DICE. Either way, you saw first glimpse at Battlefield 3. The micro destructions, the audio, which is
the audio is
superior. I don't even think games today is still. I mean, you get some good moments where you hear and you feel it, but like
it ain't Medal of Honor.
It's still not Medal of Honor, and that's whether you're on stereo, 5.1, 7.1, whatever it is. It still sounds fantastic. So that's the first debate,
but there's still something to be clear though.
Okay.
DICE specifically toned down destruction in Medal of Honor.
I think that
was a decision.
Right, and I think that was an appropriate decision.
Do you really want the grenade blowing up the fucking wall? Like, it's okay if a tank in Battlefield does it.
Right.
But the grenade launcher, the Medal of Honor, that looks kind of silly.
But bigger than that, because people complain about it not having the full destruction as they got accustomed to in Bad Company 2. Imagine calling an airstrike with full destruction. What
the fuck is going to be standing when it's done?
It sounds good until you see it happen, and the first person get a score chain of about 10 or 11.
You will die every time you respawn.
And then it's just straight open field. There's no building.
Can't do that.
So you can't do that. It has to be micro destructions. You have to have that in there.
It'll fuck the whole game. Dude, it's bad enough in Battlefield when you got one of you cocksuckers with a helicopter that do not know how to act.
True.
And just level the fucking playing field. Like, what do we say? There's nowhere to hide. Can you imagine that with a dude off in the back behind a rock with a sniper rifle? What are you supposed to do? Can't do that.
Yeah. One pilot, one gunner, and like 8 snipers. After they leveled everything out,
it's a wrap.
What are you gonna do?
It's a wrap.
So for everybody that's worried about the new Medal of Honor being based off the Frostbite 2 engine because of Battlefield 3 and then I guess now Battlefield 4, stop it. Those are going to be completely different games, as they already are. We already spoke about it before, about Medal of Honor being that gun-on-gun,
right,
straight infantry, close quarters type feel, but more strategically placed.
You got to be a man to come see me in Medal of Honor.
Know what I mean? And Battlefield will always be, it's like the name says, a battlefield.
Go get your mans. Yo, son, bring the tank. Bring the helicopter. I'm getting fucked up over here. Nah, son. Come see me in Medal. You gotta shoot your way out, B.
So next Mele topic when to get into is obviously Medal of Honor Warfighter versus the Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Graphic wise, I will say this in defense of Call of Duty. Everyone's talking about the engine's getting old, and it does show its age. I don't care what anyone says, it is. However, this is the tightest it's been in a very long time that we've seen it.
Yeah.
Even
it almost didn't look like Call of Duty.
It almost did. They aimed down the sight. You saw the extra details and the buttons and everything. There was some cool things in the trailer, like the guy was behind the wall, but when he aimed down the sight, I guess it had like the X-ray view on it, so you saw the dude. I guess he was cloaked. You saw him walk into the line of sight, and then he showed up, but he was black until you shot him.
Yeah, right.
Then he became his normal character.
I'm not gonna accuse him of stealing that from Recon.
Oh, we're not gonna go there.
Yeah.
We're not even the HUD. Even the HUD.
Yeah, I don't think they had enough to steal it.
HUD, they look kind of Ghost Recon, Future Soldier.
But I don't think the development cycle, they didn't have enough time to steal that shit. They must have.
No, they had enough time to add it in. Because it is slapped right there. And Ghost Recon is built in from day one. We've seen that in the... I'm not hating. I'm just saying what I see. It's easy to slap that in versus what Ghost Recon did. You could tell who had it in from the beginning. Alright? Is it a bad thing? No. If you like it, I think it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Keeps you out of that thing. You get a nice overview in the action. It's kind of like... It seems like it's going to be instant action. Although it's already instant action, I think it's going to be get you into the game quicker.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of cool how many people you're going to kill, because they're going to be trying to look on the slant, and then there's going to be a dude right there ready to kill them, and they're going to die, and they're going to be frustrated. A lot of rage quits is going to come because of this, and I think that's a good thing. A
lot of fucked up racist Xbox. I got all you cocksuckers recorded. I'll put it on YouTube one day.
Don't let's not start that. That's a whole nother video. So that's graphics for that. It did look kind of good. It's still showing its age, but it looks good. And hopefully that the console versions will look like that, because the swindle y'all pulled on the Modern Warfare 3 consoles, I bought both games, man. I wasn't appreciating that. Medal of Honor Warfighter, graphically, your thoughts?
I don't know, man. That shit looks amazing.
Yeah.
Because I feel like when you don't have to focus on a map with as much detail as any of the maps the size in Battlefield, when you take a quarter of that, you can fit so much more graphical power in there.
And we got to assume for the combat, and we got to assume for the combat missions, which is going to come back. You know, we're talking about maybe a third.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And
the shit looks good. The shit. I think Metro out of all the maps to me looked the sharpest in Battlefield 3.
Right, Battlefield 3 Metro would be a perfect combat mission.
Right.
And Medal of Honor.
Any section in Metro, it looks a little better than that. So I think the graphics do look better than Battlefield. Are we comparing it to
Black Ops? Right. Another part of the discussion between the two, graphically, at the end of the day, it's going to come down to gameplay. One thing that we were already talking about earlier, and just a quick reference, Battlefield 3 plays way faster than Modern Warfare 3. If you only play one, I don't expect you to get that right now. But if you have an opportunity just to pick up Battlefield, I'm not telling you to go buy it.
They're going to roast you in the comments.
I know they are, but they don't understand that I buy them both and I play them both. You get what I'm saying? They don't understand that. Roasted. And I'm only talking about speed. I ain't saying what's better, but I'm just saying that this one plays faster. And I think Medal of Honor is going to capitalize on that too.
Yeah. Medal of Honor is always faster than
it always has been. The intensity, the CQC stuff is going to be on point. You know, the rate of action is going to be the intensity, like that adrenaline. Not adrenaline to getting the kill, but just feeling like you're actually in a war.
And they turned that up. A lot of the screen shaking I noticed in the trailer.
Yeah.
It's It's Battlefield crazy now.
Right.
Minus the fucking helicopter hovering above your house. But they turned it up. So you get the speed and you get the ruckus now.
Yeah.
Yo, that shit, you might get motion sickness. I don't know.
Something I saw in Black Ops 2 in the trailer, the multiplayer trailer, which was really cool. I kind of want to know more about it. It seemed like he double scoped. And he had the LMG. It looked like he double scoped.
Really?
It showed the top view, which was kind of like the regular, I guess,
the iron sight,
like the iron sight type one, and then it folded under to a yellow U dot scope, and it got a little closer.
They stole that from Recon. Now they're stealing shit.
Oh, really?
That's Recon. That's all Recon. Fuck, man.
Yo, that is not an alley-oop at all. I was genuine about that.
Dude, that's crazy. I don't know, man. These Call of Duty motherfuckers.
I liked it. I like the way it looked in the trailer. That's all I'm gonna say. I like the way it looked in the trailer. Another thing I noticed was the guy who was playing. This was all actual footage, by the way. The guy that was playing, He shot people and they died. He gave them 2 or 3 shots, the most. Let's hopefully that carries on in the actual game.
If it does, it might not be called Call of Duty. They might have to change the name if that works.
I mean,
just saying. Well, you gotta shoot somebody in the back 12 times with a scar. But I got the videos on YouTube, people. I'll splice them in if you want. I'm tired of that shit.
Gun on gun. If I see you, I'm gonna get the first shot off. In Call of Duty, that means I'm not gonna win the battle, though.
You ever shoot at somebody? And look, listen, my kill death ratio is a 3.5. So don't tell me I don't know how to play the game.
I don't gotta hide.
But you ever see a cocksucker just like you turn the corner, he's like, oh shit, who was that?
Yeah.
So you run off behind him. I'm not chasing him because, you know, when you chase people, you die.
True.
His mans comes around the corner, or an AC-130 comes out from behind a truck and slaps the shit out of you. You can't afford to chase people. So you do the smart thing. Well, let me not even aim because he's not looking at me. I don't need an expert shot. Let me just gun him down. You ever see a motherfucker turn around and
on a dime,
knife you, axe you, shoot you with a pistol,
dime you, dime stop,
get shots, fall, Marty Dom, shoots you, and then gets up and goes about you.
Last chance, second chance.
Last chance, second chance. Man, fuck Call of Duty, man. I'm sorry.
Roast him in the comments. I tried, but I am Medal of Honor. Between the two, I will be playing Medal of Honor the most. I will have them both.
For sure.
That campaign is going to be sick, though, for Call of Duty. I've always said that.
That's why I buy it. The campaign is always dope.
Right. So, next up on the Mele. Obviously, with all the Medal of Honor Warfighter news going around, we all found out that we're all going to have beta access. Well, I say we because you know we're buying Medal of Honor pre-ordered. I think I'm...
Beta, bitch?
I think I'm already paid. I might be already paid.
Listen, first of all, brief second. Fuck GameStop. Listen, I work hard for my kill death ratio. There's no reason you fucks can go on GameStop and put $5 down and get a golden M16.
Oh yeah, well.
I don't support GameStop. I don't get my shit at GameStop. I do.
Yeah.
I have to.
Yeah.
Fuck you. But carry on.
I like Amazon because you still get some of the shit, and then sometimes they give you $10 or $20 credit to anything else you want. The exclusion of some things, like maybe Kindle or whatever.
You get it sent to your job?
Yeah.
I don't trust my fucking... I live in the hood.
Yeah, I get it coming to job.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
No. Even if I'm home, I still don't want it coming.
All right. Problem solved.
Yeah. So, like I said, they announced Battlefield 4. A lot of people in the Battlefield overall community across all the boards, Play for Free, Battlefield Heroes, 1943, whatever, we're all looking for the Bad Company 3 announcement. And even we announced it on Lifestyles. We said that it was probably being hinted at, and I guess we found out that it's going to be
Battlefield
4, so that means we were wrong.
But Bad Company has a hell of a name behind it.
Hell of a following. Built specifically for consoles, I feel.
Yeah.
The PC guys got a part of it. I don't think they got the first one. They got the second one,
They got the second one. But it was still built on a console platform.
Right. Built for console players in mind. This is why a lot of people who jumped on Bad Company is having a little tough time adjusting to the actual Battlefield 3.
Yeah.
And they go back to Battlefield 2 and play Vietnam.
Yeah. I had a hard time at first.
You had a hard time?
I feel like some of the maps are way too fucking big. And listen, in Bad Company, the Walk of Shame is the Walk of Shame. If you watching this, you know what that is.
Yeah.
In Battlefield 3, Jesus Christ, you're like on a 40-day, 40-night like retreat somewhere. Like it feels like it takes forever to get somewhere, and there's fucking jets flying past you. There's a jackass that just spawned with the Jeep and left you. Like, some of these maps are too fucking big.
And in all fairness, it does feel like I don't know if you guys heard the phenomenon DayZ. Just watch 5 minutes of DayZ if you never played Battlefield before. If you don't know anything that's going on, that's the general experience. You run around for 5 minutes, you don't know what the hell's going on, but you're on foot.
Yeah.
But if you play it long enough, you can get around it, but it's still annoying.
That's why I defaulted back to Medal of Honor. Bro.
Right. So, Bad Company 3. I want to know if you were looking for Bad Company 3.
Or the Battlefield 4.
Or the Battlefield 4. I personally feel like Battlefield 4 is too early. I think they need to spread it out, just like you see the distance between Battlefield 2 and Battlefield 3. I think that distance needs to either apply again,
right?
Maybe cut it by a year or 16 months, You know, but I think it's too early to be announcing a Battlefield 4. If he was going to announce something, I would have loved to take a Bad Company 3.
Battlefield 4 should have been on the next Xbox or the next PlayStation.
Agreed.
That would have been a big title, a big launch title.
Agreed. Because right now, even if we predict that, you know, we're going to see one or at least two of the big three come with a new system and a sneaky 4.
Who the fuck's a sneaky 4? EA?
No, I don't think EA is going to do it. I think these dudes.
That Unbox Live.
The Android thing. I think they're gonna pull it off.
The Kickstarter, right? They got a shit load of money for
they only asked for about $500,000, and they got like something close to like $9 million or something like that.
Man, fuck that. This is a game dominated by giants. Go home.
So I think what's gonna happen is I think the X is gonna jump out first again, along with the U. And the 3 is going to come, and the P4 is going to come behind. They even admitted themselves they never first.
They never learned their lesson.
They seem to work by that strategy. I think what's going to happen is we're going to have that weird time where the games overlap, where it's going to be made for one system and ported up because they don't know the full system yet. So you can afford to buy it on the system down because the system up is not going to have everything that it should.
Yes.
And I think that's going to cause us some weirdness. But still, Bad Company 3, no prone, right? Bad Company 2 had no prone, so Bad Company 3 more than likely shouldn't have prone. Something about flying the helicopters was way more rewarding in that.
In Bad Company 2?
Yeah. And the way that Bad Company 2 was built... It was a little easier, though. It was a little easier. The way that Bad Company 2 was built, and this is why everybody complains about the destruction in Battlefield 3, is... If you really pay attention, those are like bullshit houses. Like I've never built a house in my life,
shacks,
other than you know, playing cards. Like I've never built a house, and maybe some popsicle sticks.
With some Legos.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and some Legos. So of course you're gonna have total destruction in that. Battlefield 3 has a lot of city type things.
Yeah, a lot of solid structures.
So you know, but you can still kill people with rubble. Like don't forget about that part. So,
dude, on the canal map, my favorite shit to do was when you take the first set of stations, and they go across the bridge. Dude, I come through with the tank and just shoot in that building straight across the bridge. Every time you get like 5 kills. You get 2 assholes in the windows, you get another 2 in the windows under them, and then there's a random jackass trying to get in the building, even though he see it crumbling.
Right. So
destruction's awesome. That rubble shit. So
end of the day on that one, Battlefield 4 or Bad Company 3, which one you thought it should have been? All right. Next up on the mainland, we're gonna cut this one after this. The whole Battlefield 3 versus Modern Warfare 3. We're about 8, maybe 9 months into this, almost a year. You know, how do you feel about it now?
It's not a comparison. It's not a comparison. At this point, it's fanboy versus fanboy. It's not reality versus reality. Because if it was reality, then somebody with an outside view on graphics, sound, gameplay, bang for buck, Call of Duty loses on every single one of them. And plus, the game engine's from '91. It's not from '91, but Jesus Christ, can we not play Mario Brothers with a gun?
Light gun, plugged in.
Yeah, like. It's not a comparison. Battlefield's obviously.
For me, I'm still rocking out with the Battlefield. I am a premium member. For anyone who want to say anything about that, just shut your mouth. If you bought Modern Warfare, Call of Duty Elite, it's like that. But I feel like I get more money over there with Battlefield. I mean, the battle log out the gate was free, which is incredible.
Yeah.
I have some people. Like friend on my on Battlelog, and I see their stats come through my P3. The only thing I wish it did was because I'm on the P3, you're on the Xbox, and I don't see when you. Right. Yeah, that's the only thing that it doesn't do. All my PC buddies, that's on it.
But the Call of Duty one's actually a little better though.
I've heard, I've seen some things.
But you've got to be like. If you're indebted to that game, then the Call of Duty one is better.
If you're like into the leagues, if you're into the leagues
and stats,
then Elite is going to be because it helps you formulate an attack. It helps you find out where you're dying at, where the choke points are.
Remember Halo used to do that.
I remember
shit?
Halo used to do that.
After your rounds, you go on Bungie.net and they had all your stats where you die, where you get kills.
Right.
But the problem is, like, how much did you pay for that?
And is it really worth that price? Now, Battlelog, even the Bad Company Battlelog was pretty good, and I feel like for free, I mean, you can't beat that. Now, as far as the premium goes, it's all the map packs. Every time a map pack comes out, there's a new mode that comes with it.
Yeah, guns.
And guns, assignments, guns.
Vehicles.
More vehicles. The next patch is, I think, assault, something armored assault, armored core, some armored kill, something like that.
I won't be getting that.
I'm going to be on it. I just want to see what's the deal with the AC-130. I can't.
I'm getting that.
I can't even.
I'm getting that.
There's gonna be some crazy shit going on. AC-130. Like, you see, I already forgot to talk about Modern Warfare. Like, what's coming out for Modern Warfare 3? Just more maps, right?
No, just Black Ops 3.
That's it. They done with the.
Are they? I didn't hear anything. Are they? Can you tell us, please, people? Comment.
Yeah, leave us in the comments. Let us know what else is due out for Modern Warfare 3. As far as the DLC, or if you're an Elite member, tell us what's good. For Battlefield Premium, we get content up into February, I think, and I think the last one is called Endgame or something like that.
Endgame.
Yeah.
That sounds crazy.
Yeah, they didn't specify anything yet.
The fuck is that? Is he gonna fry my Xbox?
So
can we go back for a second?
Yeah.
God has blessed us with something called the AC-130. Right? I have a gold badge. It's gold or platinum. What was the highest one?
I think it's platinum.
I have a platinum badge for AC-130 in Modern Warfare. I used to get 2 to 3 of these things a game. The videos are up there, people. Ramon Trotman, that was my RAMONTROTMA. I'll put the link in for my YouTube channel. There's nothing better than teabagging an entire team of grown men with a fucking AC-130. Nothing better. You can't beat it. There's nothing they can do. There's nothing. I'm just saying.
At least we could do something about it in Battlefield.
Yeah. Because I needed somebody to fly the motherfucker. Because the problem with the AC-130 in Call of Duty is it goes away.
Right.
If you could get a helicopter in Battlefield
or a jet
to keep that shit in the air, I promise you, I'll be the first black man with 200 kills and no deaths in a video game. I promise you that.
So, yeah. So I also want to know, if you bought Modern Warfare 3 and at this point you might have gotten a little stale for you. Did you jump over to Battlefield just to check it out? If you bought Battlefield and you lost, you feel like it got a little stale, did you jump over?
You know what I noticed? People that are tired of Battlefield and go to Call of Duty generally have a better time. People that go from Call of Duty to Battlefield go right the fuck back to Call of Duty. Like, Battlefield is not a game.
Unless they pick up the close quarter maps.
Yes, that helps. I've heard people say that helps.
If they picked up the close quarter maps, they tend to stay a little longer because
the vehicles are frustrating.
So yeah, the vehicles you take the vehicles out the game and it's straight gun on gun.
Yeah.
And if you had a good KD minus the kill streaks in Call of Duty, you can do some damage. You should be alright, because if you can aim in one game, you can aim in the next.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of what the buttons are.
I like the Battlefield of Call of Duty because every now and then, like, we'll be bored as shit, and the boys will be in a party like, yo, we should fire up the Call of Duty. You put in the Call of Duty, in like 2 minutes, I've got kill streaks going off, and I haven't played it in months. Right. It's an easier game to play.
Now, on the casual side, because I'm more of the casual. I play a lot of games, but I'm more of the casual player. For me, when I jump over from Battlefield to Call of Duty, I usually got 1 or 2 dudes from Battlefield with me, and we communicate and we dominate as a unit.
That's key. Communication.
If I go by myself, I have an okay time, but it's whatever. But if I loan it on Battlefield, I can do alright, because if people see you communicating and supporting and dropping ammo, they'll switch to your team. They'll switch to your squad. And I make new friends all the time on both games. One, because I communicate. My mic is on, I'm communicating.
Fucking talk.
I hate being on Call of Duty and they're mad ignorant with the other talk and no one's talking about the game.
Yeah.
I hate muting people, but sometimes you gotta do it.
But truth be told, I prefer that than being on Battlefield
when no one's
talking. at least I can curse somebody out.
Right.
But in Battlefield, like, you hear crickets. And the dude with the ammo just runs you like my man.
Hey, ammo. I know you can hear it.
Yeah, like
it's in the game.
And you're
like,
talking to it like you like my man. Drop some fucking ammo, like yo, I just killed like 20 people on the road. Just, let me get some bullets, please. And he looks at you. Those fucking they look at you.
Right.
They do this.
Yeah, they look at you and then they go run off.
Yeah, they bounce.
And then you gotta shoot them. You gotta shoot them in the back.
You gotta
maybe
shoot
they do it. I play on team chat all the time, except for if we're controlling at one point, then I need to shut everyone else out. So, like I said, leave some comments for us. Keep the dialogue going. This isn't a bash video. This is just talking about our points, and we like the points that you guys share with us in the comment section. We keep the dialogue going. You see, we try to respond to everybody just because we really care. So,
shout out to Mike. You got your Battlefield now.
Yeah, M Holla. Welcome, baby. Happy birthday. You're part of the Battlefield family now. We'll see you on.
We will see you on.
CCL, boy. And
Call of Duty players.
Oh.
He ain't gonna last long.
I got one more. I'm gonna bring over. So, yeah. I got nothing else.
Nah, we good on that.
You
so,
good?
Ramon here.
Snow.
Signing off.
LifestylesDefined.com. Check us out. Like us. Follow us. Pin us, all that good shit.
We on Pinterest too. You got some shit for your girl. We got some shit for your girl, son.
We everywhere.